What is up, my Forex for Beginners family? Okay, so today we're signing up for Tasty FX. It's an interesting name, but it's one of a limited amount of brokers that are available in the US. The US has some strict laws when it comes to leverage, and leverage has to do with lending money. And the U.S. implemented a lot of strict rules as far as how much capital or who can lend them money, who can lend the United States citizens money. When you trade with a broker, they partially lend you money to place your trades with your money that you deposit, but you need to trade on a bit of leverage to take decent sized trades. That's just how it works. In the U.S., there's a lot of strict laws about lending after the 2008 mortgage crisis. That's why for this broker, I recommend it for my U.S. students only, and everyone else use the first broker that I recommended. This broker's fine, and brokers in the U.S. are fine. They're just more strict. They ask more questions. And your leverage, which you can always jump to lesson 30 if you want to read about leverage. It's lesson 30 is just like Forex terms. You can watch those videos at any time. But yeah, today we're signing up for Tasty FX, and we're gonna come to this page, and we're gonna click on open a live account. We're not actually opening a live account. We're just verifying our identity. And after this, I'll show you how to create a demo account, and we'll go from there. Okay, so after here, they want to know what country you're from. So we're going to say United States. Here, it's like opening a bank account here, right? So we're going to enter real information. I will put some not real information because I'm just doing this for a video that I'm going to show online, so I won't be putting in my own information. But for you, put your real information because it's like setting up a bank account. Okay, so I've filled in the form. I've put in a username and a password that meets their criteria, and I'm going to hit next. Okay, next we're going to put in our birth date and phone number. Okay, after you fill that in, just hit next. Are you a U.S. citizen? I'm going to say yes. If you say no, I guess select where you have a citizenship from. But like I said, this is for U.S. residents. And I guess you can be a U.S. resident without being a citizen. And then you would select something there. Put in your social security number and hit next. Okay, it's going to ask you for a home address, so just put in your home address. They're going to verify this against your IDs, so put in legit information. Confirm your address. And the thing about the U.S., they ask you a lot of questions that normally other brokers they wouldn't. But again, this is what U.S. residents have to go through, which is fine. Have you ever been charged with criminal or civil offense? No. While driving. Have I been elected official, government position? Nope. They're asking you that because of, maybe insider trading information, etc. They want to make sure you're responsibly trading with money. So they want to make sure you're employed and you have money to invest or experiment with. But we're going to be using a demo account, so it doesn't really matter. We're going to say we're employed. We're going to see a transport maybe. Air transport and tech. I used to be a technician in air transport. Okay, after you filled in this section, go ahead and hit next. Income and savings. So like I said, they want to know that you're employed and I'm using savings, that I'm not trading away rent money that's due next month. You don't want to do that. Here wants to know about your annual income. Usually brokers don't ask these questions, but again, like I said, it's the US and they have stricter laws. Here, this section wants to know about your trading experience. I'm just going to put intermediate. You can put intermediate for all of them as well. Honestly, I don't really think it matters, but I just put intermediate just so you can get past this questionnaire. Independently, how have you mostly traded these products, independently or with advice? Both. Am I employed by the CFTC or NFA? Going to be no. Agree to their terms of services and hit submit. That wasn't too bad. Like I said, make sure you enter your legit information because they're going to want to verify it with IDs. Okay, thank you for your application. We need some information before you start. Okay, so here's where they want you to upload IDs. This is where I'm probably not going to complete, but since I'm not a U.S. resident, you guys can go ahead and follow the steps. So it's pretty much the same as a lot of other brokers. They usually want you to take a photo of your identity document, usually like a driver's license or and sometimes a utility bill or a second piece of ID, driver's license. This one nice feature that some brokers don't have, you can go continue on a phone. So I guess you send this secure link to your phone, so you can either scan this with your phone or copy this link or text it to yourself. I think the best is to use this QR code. You just open up your camera and put your camera on it, and it'll kind of put a box around it, and you just tap on it and it'll open up a web browser, and you can finish uploading your documents and taking pictures of your documents really easy. You just want to finish this verification process, and once you're done, it'll say your account's being reviewed, and once that's done, you'll have a verified account. So I want you to work on that. That's part one. Just get it uploaded and sitting on the broker reviewing your documents. That's step one of this lesson. And now I want you to just finish the steps shown in this video on your own computer. And once you finish that, I want you to move on to the next lesson. Looking forward to seeing you on the next one.